If you suddenly notice an SSI deposit arriving in your bank account while January is still running, the first reaction is usually shock. Some people feel relieved. Others feel suspicious. A few immediately panic, wondering whether this is a mistake that could be taken back. What makes it worse is that nobody around you seems to have a clear answer. Some say it's a bonus. Some say it's an error. Others warn you not to touch the money. The truth is, none of those explanations are correct, but the real reason is something most SSI recipients are never properly told. SSI does not work on a monthly cycle the way people assume. It works on a date availability system. The payment is tied to when money can legally be released, not to the emotional idea of this belongs to February, so it should come in February. When the calendar removes the first available working day, the system reacts automatically. In February 2026, the very first day of the month is not usable. Banks do not process payments normally. Government systems do not release funds. That single calendar fact forces the SSI system to make a decision before February even begins. The payment has only one place to go, the last open business day before February starts. That is why the money shows up while January is still active. This is not a favor. It is not early generosity. It is not flexibility. It is simply the system refusing to let payments land on days when financial infrastructure is closed. SSI does not wait. It moves forward. The real problem is not the early deposit. The real problem is what happens after it. When people see money earlier than expected, they mentally attach it to the present. Groceries feel easier. Bills feel lighter. Small purchases suddenly feel justified. But that deposit does not belong to January spending decisions. It belongs to a future period that has not started yet. This is where many recipients unknowingly trap themselves. After that January deposit, there will be silence. Not because something broke, not because benefits stopped, but because February's payment has already been used. The system will not send another one just because time feels slow. That gap feels longer than normal, and psychologically it hits harder. This is why every time this happens, hotlines light up, Facebook groups explode, and YouTube fills with fear-based videos claiming something went wrong. In reality, nothing went wrong at all. The system did exactly what it was designed to do. Another layer of confusion comes from people comparing deposits with others. Some see money, others don't. That comparison creates panic, even though both situations can be correct at the same time. SSI timing is not synchronized with retirement or SSDI. Different programs follow different rules. One of the most dangerous myths during this period is the idea of a double payment. There is no extra SSI money. The system does not reward holidays. It does not compensate for inconvenience. It simply relocates the same payment to a different date. Spending that money as if something else is coming soon is what creates hardship later. The stress that follows is not caused by SSA. It is caused by misunderstanding timing. The SSA does not reverse these deposits. They do not split them. They do not issue reminders. From their perspective, the obligation is complete the moment the payment is released. Everything after that is up to the recipient's planning. This is why understanding SSI timing is not optional. It is survival knowledge. Early money requires slower spending, not faster. The smartest recipients treat the deposit as invisible until the month it belongs to mentally begins. That discipline removes fear completely. February's SSI money arriving in January is not a glitch. It is not rare. It is not new. It just feels dramatic because silence follows it. Once you understand that, the confusion disappears, the anxiety fades, and the system suddenly feels predictable instead of threatening. The money didn't come early to help you. It came early because the calendar forced it to. What you do with that knowledge is what determines whether January feels calm or whether February feels impossible.